Pacific Ocean, the largest, deepest, and most mysterious ocean on Earth. Even if you combined every country in the world into one giant landmass, it would still be smaller than the Pacific Ocean. In 1520, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan sailed into these waters. Compared to the violent, the sea appeared surprisingly calm, so he named it Mar Pacifico, meaning peaceful sea. But history has shown that this may have been one of the most misleading names ever given, because beneath its calm surface lies a world of powerful earthquakes, devastating tsunamis, active volcanoes, unexplored trenches, and countless mysteries that scientists still cannot fully explain. How was this enormous ocean formed? Why have we explored only a tiny part of it? And why are the world's most powerful nations competing for influence across its waters? Let's dive into the hidden world of the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean covers approximately 165 million square kilometers, making it the largest ocean on Earth. It stretches from the icy waters near the Arctic in the north all the way to Antarctica in the south. To the west lie Asia and Australia, while North and South America form its eastern boundary. Its sheer size is difficult to imagine. If you combined every continent on Earth into one enormous landmass, the total area would still be smaller than the Pacific Ocean. It alone covers almost 1/3 of Earth's surface and contains nearly half of all the seawater on the planet. Its average depth is around 4,500 meters, while its deepest point reaches nearly 11 kilometers below sea level. No other ocean comes close. Because of its massive size, the Pacific plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate. Even small temperature changes in its waters can affect weather patterns thousands of kilometers away. One of the best-known examples is El Niño. During El Niño, parts of the central and eastern Pacific become warmer than normal. This seemingly small change can weaken monsoon rains across South Asia, bring drought to Australia, and cause heavy rainfall in parts of South America. The opposite event, known as La Niña, cools these waters instead. It often strengthens monsoon seasons, increases flooding in some regions, and alters weather across multiple continents. In other words, weather in places far from the Pacific is often influenced by what happens within this single ocean. Despite all our modern technology, the Pacific remains largely unknown. Scientists estimate that only a small portion of its seafloor has been mapped in high detail. It's remarkable to think that humans have explored the moon, landed probes on Mars, and studied distant planets more closely than much of our own ocean floor. One reason is simple. The deep ocean is an incredibly hostile environment. The deeper you go, the greater the pressure becomes. At extreme depths, the force pressing against an object is so immense that ordinary steel would be crushed. Building vehicles capable of surviving these conditions is one of the greatest engineering challenges on Earth. Communication is another problem. Radio waves do not travel well underwater, forcing deep-sea explorers to rely on slow acoustic signals. All of this makes ocean exploration expensive, difficult, and risky. The Pacific is also home to the deepest place on Earth, the Mariana Trench. Within it lies the famous Challenger Deep, nearly 11,000 meters below sea level. To understand this depth, imagine placing Mount Everest upside down inside the trench. Its peak would still not reach the surface. At these depths, sunlight never arrives. Temperatures remain close to freezing. The pressure is almost unimaginable. Yet life still exists. Scientists have discovered strange creatures specially adapted to survive in complete darkness under crushing pressure. Some create their own light through bioluminescence, using it to hunt prey, communicate, or confuse predators. Others survive around hydrothermal vents, cracks in the seafloor where superheated water rich in minerals pours out from deep within the Earth. These ecosystems do not depend on sunlight. Instead, microscopic organisms obtain energy from chemicals released by the vents, supporting entire food chains in one of the most extreme environments on the planet. These discoveries completely changed our understanding of how life can exist. But why is the Pacific filled with deep trenches, volcanoes, and frequent earthquakes? The answer lies beneath Earth's surface. Our planet's outer shell is divided into enormous tectonic plates that constantly move. although only by a few centimeters each year. Sometimes these plates move apart. Sometimes they compile. When one oceanic plate slides beneath another in a process called subduction, deep ocean trenches are formed. The Pacific contains more subduction zones than any other ocean. As a result, it experiences more powerful earthquakes and volcanic activity than anywhere else. Surrounding much of the Pacific is the famous Ring of Fire, a vast horseshoe-shaped belt stretching around 40,000 kilometers. It contains roughly 75% of the world's active volcanoes, while about 90% of major earthquakes occur within this region. Countries such as Japan, Indonesia, Chile, the Philippines, and parts of the Western Americas all lie along this active zone. The devastating Japanese tsunami of 2011 is one example of the enormous forces generated beneath the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific is not just an endless stretch of water. It is also the world's greatest collection of islands. More than 25,000 islands are scattered across its vast surface. Some were created by volcanic eruptions rising from the seafloor. Others formed over thousands of years through the growth of coral reefs. Still others are fragments of ancient continents separated by geological change. These islands are grouped into three major regions: Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. Many remain isolated from the rest of the world, preserving unique cultures, languages, plants, and animals. Some islands are still so remote that scientists continue discovering new species there today. The Pacific is also home to the Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system on Earth, supporting one of the richest marine ecosystems ever known. The ocean itself contains extraordinary biodiversity. From microscopic plankton to giant whales, an incredible variety of life depends on its waters. Around 70% of the world's marine fish catch comes from the Pacific. Plankton floating near the surface form the foundation of the marine food web. These tiny organisms feed small fish, which feed larger fish, eventually supporting millions of people worldwide. Many plankton species also produce significant amounts of the oxygen we breathe, making the health of the Pacific essential for life on Earth. Beyond its environmental importance, the Pacific has become one of the most strategically valuable regions in the world. Some of the fastest growing economies, including China, Japan, South Korea, and many Southeast Asian nations, border its shores. Roughly 1/3 of global maritime trade passes through Pacific shipping routes every year. Thousands of cargo ships cross these waters carrying food, energy, electronics, and raw materials between continents. Control over these sea lanes has become a major geopolitical objective. One of the most sensitive regions is the South China Sea. Although relatively small compared to the entire Pacific, it is believed to contain significant oil and natural gas resources, and serves as one of the busiest shipping corridors on Earth. Several countries claim parts of this region, leading to ongoing political and military tensions. Another hidden importance of the Pacific lies beneath the waves. The internet itself depends heavily on submarine fiber optic cables stretching across the ocean floor. Every day, enormous amounts of global data travel through these underwater networks. If these cables were seriously damaged, international communication, banking, and digital services could be severely disrupted. As a result, the ocean floor has become just as strategically important as the surface above it. The Pacific also faces growing environmental challenges. Climate change is warming the ocean and raising global sea levels. Small island nations such as Kiribati and Tuvalu are already confronting the possibility that parts of their land could disappear beneath the sea during this century. Meanwhile, stronger tropical cyclones, coral bleaching, overfishing, and pollution threaten many of the ocean's ecosystems. Protecting the Pacific has become one of humanity's greatest environmental responsibilities. Even after centuries of exploration, the Pacific Ocean continues to surprise us. Every deep-sea expedition reveals new species, strange geological formations, and unexpected scientific discoveries. The Pacific is far more than an ocean. It is the engine of Earth's climate, the cradle of extraordinary life, the center of global trade, and one of the last great frontiers still waiting to be explored.